Hello everyone, I'm Grandmaster Mon Hambleton and welcome back to Building Habits. In this series, I'm going to teach you some fundamental habits to improve your chess game instantly. Starting as if I'm a complete beginner, I'm going to climb up the ranks using only these simple habits. However, to keep it realistic, I have to follow a strict set of rules to simulate what it's like playing at each level. Remember, the goal is not to win every single game, but to teach you fundamental, high percentage moves that are correct most of the time. As my rating rises, the habits will become more advanced and the limitations will start to fall off naturally. In level 3, we still want to avoid gambits and sacrifices. Now, we're thinking for ourselves by playing active chess, as well as learning advanced tactical themes. Finally, make sure you study basic opening theory and learn the common responses. Now, let's get into the chess and learn how to build good habits together. Straight into the middle. Get the knights out next. And you guys know, guy's not taking the center. Let me let me snatch that from you. Don't mind if I do. As always, we're pinned here. This is actually the target, right? So we got to make sure we're watching that. Get an early castle in. Get a nice trade there. We have our knights out. Okay. Ooh, bishop takes. Okay. Go ahead and take that. Knight comes into the middle. Go ahead and bring our rook in. We got this. We got even... okay. Let's get our queen up. Got a snorkel to make. Kind of got an annoying queen here, I can't lie. Let's snork up. And can't really move my bishop, so gonna get out of the way so the bishop can see the entire diagonal. Okay, that looks like a nice trade for me. Okay, bishop needs to move. Going here when there's no pin doesn't really make a lot of sense. Going here, not possible. So let's go here. We also thinking about bringing our rook over. In terms of RPMs, I like the look of this one. Oh, okay, he takes. Could go like this. I think it makes more sense to take with the queen here. Knight's coming in. Seems to be hitting a lot of different things here. We kind of want to bring our rook to the middle, but we're going to be slightly mindful here. What's the most useful move that we could make? I'm not really sure. We're kind of hanging around the center here. Rook up feels a little bit strange to me, but I could get behind maybe doubling the rooks here. Maybe that's I'm trying to pick the move that feels like it might be a move I'd play in the future, rather than a move that I'm not that excited to play just for a defensive purpose. So I'm like, okay, hang on. I can see myself doubling the rooks there. Maybe that's the way to go. Here, RPM, kick this knight out. Okay, let's go into the center. Usually the best place to go. Rook over here. And thankfully, with my hawk-like vision, we're able to take advantage of this pin right here. Not just a basic tactic, an advanced tactic using the pin. Everything feels so defended. It feels unassailable. And then in comes queen takes knight. You're looking at a position where the knight's defending the queen, the pawn's defending the knight. Everything has to be good. And then in your face, queen takes d4. And as usual, are we going to have to play out the rest of this game? No! When you know tactics, it's a beautiful thing. Your opponents get themselves out of there. Most important advice that I could give my opponent here, don't resign. Is the game over after a knight hang? Oh my goodness, no. Oh my goodness, absolutely not. This is why if you spend a week doing pins, you're doing puzzles at a 800 to 1800 level pins, you're going to see this. Yes, you're going to come across this tactical theme. Take the full center. Knight comes out. Got the other knight joining. Great capture right here. Okay, we can't really get our bishop out here, so we know that it's going to be going to this square. There we go. Get castled. Okay. Okay, we got a nice habits move, but this is a decent example of level 3. You know, I might like to get this bishop out first and hit the center. Okay, let's get the habits h3 in, our snorkel. Rook, queen's kind of all the same. Let's go with the rook. Got our queen coming up next. Okay, he's gonna grab a pawn. Kind of gonna ignore as we just, yeah, take care of our development here. Okay, queen over. Bring our rooks in and feeling pretty good in this one. Bishop e7, definitely the best move with the bishop there. Nice of our opponent to realize the importance of the center. Credit to him for finding the best move. Now it's our turn. We don't have RPMs here. We have our rooks in the middle. Moved our queen. We've moved both of our pieces. They're both our bishops. They're both hitting the center. Our knights are both hitting the center. We have our snorkel. So, anyone have an idea what we might consider in a position like this? Maybe you guys would stress out at this point. You feel like, well, I've done all the habits. What the hell comes next? But I feel like if you've been watching the series, you should have a few ideas ready to go here. I can think of 3 ideas that make a lot of sense. Who can name all 3? 3 ideas that we've definitely done lots before, and when you reach this point, they should all come to mind. 3. Doubling the rooks, there's one. Sure, always a decent idea, especially on an open line there. Doubling the rooks is 1. Knight e5, yeah, knight into the middle of the board. Fantastic move. Always will be. Knight to the center, that's number 2. Now, the more tricky one. What's the third one? You guys got the 2 I thought you would get. How about the third one? Very impressive. We do have some people getting it. Yes, knight e2, which is still a move in the center. We just don't have those as options. And it allows us to get some other pawn moves going. So yes, 1, double the rooks, 2, knight e5, 3. All look like very decent moves. Let's double the rooks. And I like to maybe not go to e2 because who knows? Maybe I want to put my knight on e2 in the future. I can do all of these plans, right? Every single one of them. Okay, knight to the side. Bishop needs to move. Let's go into the middle here. Okay. Take that back. Hey, look. I've got my knight in the middle. I'm doubling my rooks. I'm kind of doing all the plans at once. This worked out nicely. Okay, knight in. I mean, we got a trade to make here. We would do it anyway, but it happens to displace the king as well. So, yeah, definitely do that. King takes back. All right. Knight's in here. Is there any real reaction to this? I guess we'll just finish up our doubling of the rooks here. G5. Holy smokes. Okay, we've doubled the rooks. We've gone in with the knight. I think now we just, I'm just basically cycling through my plans, right? Oh, here we go. Knight e2. This is a plan that we identified a long time ago, right? We already talked about this. And our opponent goes rook c8. And with our hawk-like vision, we're able to see a nice tactic here. And look how it all works out. All I did was literally, I was like, what are the 3 plans here? You guys told me. It was like, we double the rooks, we put the knight in the middle, and we play knight e2. Well, guess what the hell I did? I doubled the rooks, I put the knight in the middle, and I played knight e2. And then the game ends. Come on here. What are we talking about? Now, I'm not saying all of us are going to see this, but what I am saying is it's going to be there. Whether you see it or not, that's something that over time, as you improve, maybe you'll improve at seeing it. But hopefully, you at least start to realize that it's there. So, take a pawn here. Still going to be a tough conversion, but at least we've set ourselves up for success. Can be happy with that. Okay. moves his king. Smart move there. You know, we can use our queen, take a bunch of pawns here, gobble them up, but it's not going to be easy here. What can we do with this queen? I'm not sure. I'm going to kind of head back into the middle of the board here, but I don't think this is going to be an easy one. Okay. Guess we have maybe a RPM here. We don't want to bring our king into the middle. I mean, it's possible to do, but really at this point, I'd be focused on trading things, especially rooks. Okay, rook goes over, queen's hit. Let's stay in the center right here. Grab that. Probably gonna play this, right? Unsurprisingly, just RPMs, too strong. Always up for an RPM. Okay, pawn up. What can we do here? Maybe pin the bishop. See if that's anything. He's got that. He's got that covered, doesn't he? So we push this. It can't. I mean, it can't really go past where it is right now. So I don't know. I don't know how good this is. We pinned. He kind of had that covered. We go here. Can't really go forward. I guess let's move our queen. It's not that easy to. Not that easy to break through. I'm just gonna push the pawn. I mean, this at least is something that I can make pretty quickly in terms of decisions. Like, you know, pawn can move. There we go. Okay, back to our pin maybe. Let's see if we can push this pawn and make something happen. Okay. Yeah, there's opponent's pieces are very good at. He's even blocking the. I suppose this is some kind of fork here, but oh my god, he's got everything covered. Okay, we're gonna have to go for a different plan here. Okay. Now, don't judge me here, but I'm kind of lost. So I will be pre-moving my queen, and that is all. That is all I will be doing. Don't mind me. I'm back here. In fact, I'm not here. You don't see me. You don't see me. I'm nowhere. I'm just here. Pre-moving. Okay. You don't notice me. Oh shit. Okay. Once again, just gonna head over here. Don't mind me. Oh sh. Okay. That's a little awkward. Bruh. You can't tell me this is so fucking easy. This is disgusting. Are you kidding me right now? Why do I even bother playing? I have 7 seconds. He has 1 minute and 30 seconds. I lost both of my pieces. Why do I even bother teaching the habits? You don't fucking need them. You don't need any pieces. You don't need any time. You don't need any IQ. You just need to pre-move. You guys were waiting for the GM moves that were about to come out with 7 seconds. Did you see any? Don't even pretend like I did something here. Matter of fact, I didn't do something. I lost my queen immediately. I lost my rook immediately. You don't think your pre-moves are that fast? What are you saying? Everyone's pre-moves are that fast. They're pre-moves. I don't have faster pre-moves. We all have the same. There's no faster pre-moves. Pawn into the middle. Okay. We'll take the full center if allowed. Pawn here. Let's and go for the capture there. Get our knight out. Get our other knight out. Feeling pretty good about that. Not feeling pretty good about that. How come we can't castle? I've never had someone threaten my pawn like this. We can always castle, and then the rook protects it, but that's tough. I'm not too sure how to defend it. I mean, we generally want to move our bishops and castle. So I think we'll get our bishop out into the middle here. Looking at that queen side. This is rough. This is absolutely disgusting. I don't know how to defend that pawn. Get our bishop into the middle here. Try to castle, but I can't right now, so please trade with me. Thank you. Thank you. I needed that. Appreciate it, bud. You know, Christmas cards for you later. Okay. Knight's into the middle, but I've got a good one ready here. Our bishop needs to attack the center anyway, and we can guard a pawn there. So this is a move I feel very comfortable making, and we can get castled. I know it's been a rocky start, but we getting castled, improve our bishop in the middle. We still snorkel up here, and let's get the rook in. I'm okay. Like, this is reasonable. Let's, yeah, take. Can get behind this, another capture. Okay, and let's also move our knight back to that normal square there, and try to get some trades here, bruh. Like, this is why, like, it's not fucking difficult. Like, I'm not doing anything special here. I'm literally down material, just bringing the pieces to the fucking center. The guys are like, rook to the middle. All right, king to the middle as well. Let's not forget our basic habits. We like that king in the middle. Got the rooks there as well. Okay, he's pushing some pawns here. There's, RPMs of our own. Maybe get another one as well. But yeah, we have some pawn moves to do. Maybe double the rooks. I don't know. He's kind of doing the same thing here. Piece into the middle, which would also lead to a trade. Looks kind of smart. We have our king in the middle, so we can kind of assist with that. Okay, take. Yeah, so this is nice. We have our king in the middle. It's the end game, so we've taken care of that idea. We don't really have a pass pawn, right? There's no pawn with like nothing in front of it or anything, so we don't really have that. So yeah, let's get the king in the middle. Because we don't have that, we don't really have like pawns to push, for example. So what comes after that? Like maybe trading pieces, of course, we want to do. Other than trading pieces, activating our rooks, maybe attacking our opponent's pawns. We could try doubling the rooks, for example, on the open line. That makes some sense. Okay, just going here. Don't really know what that's about, but let's double the rooks on the open line. Okay, rook to d8. It's kind of walking into a fork there, so this will go for that one there. Okay, interesting. We'll take that. That was it. That's what you cooked up. Chalk that up to yet another win in the Habit series, 1347, and it is just smooth sailing onwards and upwards. This guy is looking, I'm not gonna lie, a little intimidating here. We're gonna meet in the center with the pawns, but no, I mean that's that's a little intimidating here. Bro's got the glasses on. Yeah, a lot of aura from the guy. So we're gonna bring the knight out. Out comes the bishop. Let's not forget the basic stuff, right? Not gonna put the knight here. Instead, it's bishop out to cover that. Then we can bring the knight, and now we're covered for castling. Okay, gonna take that, as you know. Okay, castled after taking. Okay, we'll take that. I guess we'll just take all. Okay. Knight. Okay, middle. Let's go here. What the I mean, got no choice. I'm in a dogfight here. Okay, king back. Jesus. Okay, let me take a pawn. Let me just conclude things there. Okay, so he's taken. We have our bishops out. Bishop knight. Let's castle. The habits seem to be malfunctioning here. Okay. If we can't castle, then what the fuck do we do? All right. Well, let's try it again for good measure. All right, perfect. Well, just get the snorkel out there. Knight out. Yeah. Let's yeah. Bishop out, please. Thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah. Appreciate that. Okay. We're in check. Okay, we just need to get developed here. It's a good thing our bishop is ready to join the action with devastating effect. So we'll just move it here. Yeah, bishop d7. That'll scare him off. Okay, let's take that. Yeah, bishop d7. This guy better be careful he doesn't give me a second to play bishop d7 or it's over. Okay. Queen needs to move, I guess, into the center here. Okay, this is the worst position that we've ever had. Okay, bishop needs to move. Sad reality here. Let's okay. I mean, my rooks aren't even close to the center. This is a complete disaster. Okay. We can take that, so I'll definitely take that. Okay. Queen. Queen. I'm not sure what just happened there, but I feel like it could be worse. Okay. Queen e6. Now, I really need to move my king and get my rook out. You see what I mean? Like, this rook is literally not in the game. So I need my king up and I need my rook over, and it's just not happening. So I guess we can bring a rook to the center, so that's a little bit helpful. But like, yeah, I need all that to happen at once. Just go here. Oh, wasn't familiar with your game, my friend. Okay. Let's snork up here. Bring the rook over, and we're all good. Well, yeah, we can't be loosening up our king there, so I guess we got this. And you know, there's still some energy here, I think. Gotta move our queen. Hard to even stay central, but you know, we can hit this bishop. Could be a good one. Okay. Snork up here. Obviously, snork up. Okay. We got obliterated. I don't even remember seeing the board properly. The guy put on his shades and just sent us to the afterlife. Like, what? What the hell was this game? What the hell was this opening? Has that ever, like, have we ever been beaten down so bad? I can't remember. I really can't remember. Pawn into the middle. Okay. Knight out, and against a move like that, we will take the full center. In comes the knight, and there we go. Okay, we got the knights out. Time for the bishops. That's a trade right there, so let's go for that. Well, let's castle. Bringing the bishop in. Get our snorkel in. And, oh. Okay. Take that. Let's get a rook into the middle. Can't be bad. Bishop back. And, you know, as always. And we need to move our queen in the middle. But I might, you know, instead of maybe getting our bishop out like we need to, I might be more interested in this, because this is exactly what you want to do. If your opponent's king is stuck in the middle, your king isn't. Pile up on the e file. All of a sudden, they're not going to be able to castle. So I'm just putting this here, right? Now we'll use the pin and add more pressure with the bishop there. Okay, he's going to go like that. We're going to move this bishop back. It's still hitting the center at least. It's a bit frustrating there on that one. Okay, here, bishop still needs to move back. Let's continue to hit the center. Bring our other rook to the middle. Looks pretty decent. Okay, rook coming into the middle. Okay, he's bringing his rook over. We've done pretty much all there is to do in the current position. Like, we've brought our pieces out, got our rooks to the middle, got our snorkel, traded a few things. I mean, time for some RPMs, I guess. Let's go for this one. Seems reasonable. Okay, he's gonna play g6. Okay, we'll definitely trade and start off with that. Jesus. Whoa. Bishop here. What the What's happening here? So the queen's under attack. Let's start with that. Queen under attack. Okay, got it. Got it. The rook is also under attack behind us. This looks like it could be quite a powerful move here. I guess it is a discovered attack. Queen needs to move. But if we move our queen, we might lose everything. My queen's hit. What am I going to do? Like, I got to get the hell out of there. So, I don't know. Okay, move our queen out of the way. It's kind of brutal. Okay. So we'll take this. And I guess this is the position we get. Could be worse. Maybe. Yeah, not too sure. Not too sure. We're in a very weird endgame. Queens are still on the board, by the way. I guess I'll bring my bishop into the middle. Trying to make a threat of my own, but yeah, with the queens on the board, we don't really have the security to bring our king in that we might like. That would be my next thought. Okay, rook here. I mean, I'm definitely thinking about this pawn, so we just attacked it. I mean, yeah, maybe we can take. Let's try that. Okay, queen d1. I mean, this is a little bit easier for us. We got to capture, and then I guess we got a, king to the middle. Trying to activate. King to the middle should be at least good enough. Okay, it's giving us a whole rook here. Just definitely take that. Okay, hang on. We're back in this game here. Listen, bring our king to the middle, no doubt. right? That's we're not gonna miss the opportunity here. Shout out to my opponent for also moving the king. Would you look at that, folks? That's what it looks like. Activating your king in the end game. Okay. Attacking our pawn. We are going to make sure to save that. I feel like we have the exact same position. And look at him. He's activating the king. Like, this guy actually knows what to do in an end game. Okay. I'm just going to put my pawn like this. I'm not... Okay. I guess we're going to kind of match him. You see how we don't have a lot of activity here. Look at our opponent activating the king. Okay, pushing some pawns here. Okay. I guess if he's kind of moving his king, I'll move my king. I really don't like to see someone with much better king position, but I felt like I had to go back there. So push our pawns. Yeah, capture. Push all these pawns here. Okay. So push literally every pawn. Every pawn that we have. Put the bishop in the middle. Okay, I guess this is our position here. We'll use our king. See what we can do. I mean, it's... Oh, yeah, I guess we'll take that. It's basically been the entire end game, right? Feels like we haven't been able to utilize our... haven't been able to utilize our bishop or our king, really. Okay, we can definitely get these pre-moves, you know, just kind of the basics. Bishop needs to move maybe if we want to move our king, but I'm looking at the pawn and I'm thinking end zone here. Okay, and we're gonna try to make moves on light squares, and I think this is helpful because I'm gonna try to take this pawn and then go back to a light square, and then we can make some moves, right? Like this, just help this out so we can push. Okay, so now we got 2 queens here, so this is perfect, and we can practice our homework here. Just ladder down the board. Okay. Okay, we're gonna ladder. We're gonna ladder it this way. Ah, shit, it's in the way. Okay, we got a ladder this way. Shit, that's in the way. We're gonna ladder this way. What kind of fucking ladder? What's this? It's gotta be the worst ladder I've ever tried to ascend. There couldn't be a worse position to go for a ladder checkmate. Literally, not a worse position, possibly in the history of chess. Literally every line is blocked by something. This is terrible. So, why did our ladder fail brilliantly here? We're noticing that the placement of pawns, bishops, kings is extremely, extremely annoying. Now, with our opponent's stuff, it's an idea to take it so that it's not there, of course. In this case, I can't say that's a real option. It's not that easy to capture this stuff. With our own material, that's much easier. With my king, bishop, and pawn, I can definitely move those out of the way. Like, king can go, bishop can go, pawn can move up. That way it'll clear the board. You know, we get 2 queens, and we're thinking, okay, like, what do we do? At least if we do something like this, you know, now we're looking at a situation where at least the pieces have cleared out a little bit. The board looks a little bit more manageable. Now, I'm not saying we're going to succeed here. You're going to run into the same problems. But at least this is more how you want the ladder to look like. You don't want any of your pieces, other than the pieces you're checkmating with, to be in the center. They're going to get in the way. There's no ladder that works when there's pieces in the middle. We go into the middle with e4. And I wonder, you know, what opening we might see. So we get the Sicilian, we go with the knight. I'll definitely go with c3 here and d4. This is the intention. Okay, we get d5. We'll snag that. It's a capture. We'll get our 2 knights out. Our bishop doesn't really have that square, so I think we're going to be going here. And get castled there. Snork up. Rook over. Bishop out. Yeah, that looks pretty reasonable. Okay, don't know what that move is all about. Let's bring the rook over. Okay, it's also moving the knight. So we don't really have this bishop move anymore. A little bit annoying. Now, I guess we have this one. Like, yeah, I would like to move here, but not that easy to accomplish. Okay, the bishop moves there. Time for this this queen to move as well. Can go bring the rook into the middle and then go from there. Okay, we have a little bit of a red dot here. We kind of have a red dot here as well. So maybe here. I'm still hitting the center at least, but not ideal. Not ideal. Having to spend a lot of moves here. We do want to get this rook on into the middle here. Let's just go ahead and do that. I'm comfy with this. Okay, he moves the knight. I mean, again, there's like pieces aimed at my pieces. It's not a nice feeling. Okay, let's get out of the way of that. The red dot. It's always there. Okay, our bishop is hit. We gotta move out of the way. That's like a must do. Knight here. Okay, our queen is yet again attacked. Like super frustrating. Always dealing with attacks. Let's put a knight in the middle. This surely smart decision to deal with the rook hitting the queen. Try to get some trades in there. That's the best I can do. Okay, knight is hit. I mean, these are the 2 central squares, but I'll usually pick the more aggressive one. Takes. Yeah, let's take it ourselves. Pawn here. Okay. Go ahead and take that. Thank you for the pawn, good sir. Okay. Knight h4. Now, I have... Yeah, I definitely have the option to hang every single one of my pieces here, like one famous circler, or it's going to be a shocking idea. We could not. f3 is hit. So f3 needs defense. I'm going to go with the bishop into the middle. Feels like a good looking move. It also lends some support to a couple of my pieces that need it. Okay, and there's, well, say goodbye to our snorkel, I guess. Say goodbye to our snorkel. That's a little bit tough there. It was a good run here, guys. It was a good run. Let's take this pawn in the middle here. A few ideas, actually. Okay, I guess it is defended. I was almost thinking about some sneaky business here. Well, I suppose it's only 2 dots. That means there's only 2 moves. I guess we got to go here. Well, to be honest, I'm not really sure where this attack came from, if I'm being real. Wasn't this a very normal game? Like, where did this attack come from? All from 1 move. I thought we were smooth sailing here. E4, okay. Let's go. Nothing can hold us back now. The 2 knights. When you're feeling it, oh baby. Okay, let's get the pawn up in the middle. We're forgetting about the most important habitual rules here. We got to slow down. You know, adrenaline's getting to our head. It's castle. Get out of there. Okay, bishop out. Bishop hit the center here. Okay. I suppose we do want to remove ourselves from that one. I'm looking at this, this, this. That's it. Okay, bishop's hit. Let's stay on the center here. Okay, rook over, another rook as well. When I see g5, you guys know I'm a little apprehensive to play this because it kind of works against me sometimes. Like, he's going to be able to get an open line very easily if we have this. So it's not that I've forgotten it. It's that I'm trying to play it later. Okay, my queen's hit. I don't really have places to go, but to be honest, moving this pawn in front of my king, not a priority. So much so, I will literally play this move, which sucks. Oh man, I hate this move. But I just think it's a good practice not to move those pawns in front of the king. That's a trade. We'll go ahead and do that. Okay, well, we have the queen lined up here, so I'm looking like what pieces can I attack, and well, this one definitely comes to mind here. Nice little discovered attack, and he's gonna resign. Okay. Didn't even make us play it out. I can't believe he would resign here. Like, what? Yeah, these pawns really should remain home. So yeah, there's fork here, but sometimes there's a fork with g4. It's never really worked out for us. Tactics that involve these pawns in front of our king, man, they're just not worth it. Sometimes you go for them and lines open up. In this case, I didn't go for this instead of this. I went for this because it was there. I wouldn't even have gone for this if this was the only option. Right, I've been holding off on playing tactics that involve forks with our pawns in front of our kings. It's just too risky. Usually doesn't work out for us. Into the center. Come out with our knight. And this is the Karo Khan. We don't face it that often. It's almost always e5, but we will play our knight c3. A lot of people play pawn to d4. We'll play this variation here. Comes out with the knight. We have played this one, I think maybe pretty recently with our queen here. You know, this is a situation where we're really hopeful that the guy is going to take us. Okay, he doesn't. He goes with the bishop, so let's hit him with some good old-fashioned habits here. Okay, bishop goes back. Normally at this point, you know, you'd be thinking to yourself, okay, what options do we have here? The guy's keeping the pin, so we don't even have that extra option to like develop our bishop. You know, the guy's not taking here, he's not taking here, so he's showing some restraint in just about every category. It's kind of impressive. It is impressive. So how can we resolve this situation? I mean, first of all, I can't develop my bishop until my queen moves. So there's going to be a point where I'm just going to have to move my queen. I'm hopeful that if I just make a move in the center, I claim the center, he's going to take my knight and help me out. He's not very helpful. Unfortunately, he makes the best move in the position. Man. Buddy, this is going to hurt. Ouch. Now, sorry, I should clarify. When I said he made the best move in the position, I meant the best move for us. Well, there you go. One of the big traps with queen e2. If it was Brian, I would have let him know. Knight d6 checkmate with the queen there. We just made a waiting move. Big problem if you play that. A lot of people do. There you go. A very, very nice checkmate. And very much an opening trap coming from our new opening here. Pawn move in the middle. And as usual, I mean, if the guys are not taking the center, I just feel like we have to. Queen checks. Very weird move. I don't really understand that. What's he up to? Queen out very early here, guys. Not sure if it's something we should be afraid of. Okay. Let's get our bishop developed. Usually if you have the center like this, you also need to like support it. Okay, let's castle. Yeah, we're gonna go for snorkel, of course. Rook into the middle. Bishop out. Pawn hits the knight. We check the center first. There are no knight moves, so next best would be knight here, I think. Bishop out. And we'll hit the center. Okay, knight hits our bishop. We'll stay in the center here. Queen up, rook over. This is looking like what we want. That's a trade. Not gonna second guess myself there. Another trade, sure. Okay. Bring the rook into the middle. All right, what do we have? We have all of our pieces moved. We have the snorkel. I might want to double my rooks, but I clearly can't right now. This knight also doesn't have a lot of squares to move to. I would say only this one can be considered. So in the meantime, just gonna go with RPMs because I can't really double. So may as well get the pawn moves up, see how he reacts. It'll probably give me a, another idea on what to play. So we'll take another RPM, and hey, for example, if he takes, we can return our knight there. So that was worth it. Instead of like moving the knight right away, we have some pawn moves to make, do them, and then see what the position looks like. Okay, well, the knight in there is obviously quite dangerous looking. We're gonna take that. And yeah, I guess I'll take that pawn. Yeah, don't mind it. Looks fine. Okay, that's a take for sure. And pretty even position here. We still have a central RPM, so we'll go and do that. Everything looking spick and span here. Not a care in the world, just a guy and his RPMs. Random pawn moves. Okay, rook there. Gotta move this bishop. I guess we'll keep it central. Okay, that's a trade. That's a pin, isn't it? It's brutal. I don't really have these moves available. They're not playable. So I think at this point, yep, just because it's my only move, I have to play this, but I'm really not happy about it. It's pretty bad move in general. Okay, king, let's put it to safety, use the snorkel. That I can do. Okay, he's pushing the pawn here. I understand that. What can we do? I mean, we're still pinned here, so not too much. We can definitely give him a check. Do that. Little check. Got another check here. Actually, I wasn't sure what I was going to do after this, but in doing this, we've also undoubled ourselves. So, I mean, just looking at the position now, that's a free bishop. We just threw a couple checks out there and accidentally unpinned ourselves. I'll take it. Literally. I'll take it. Okay, queen here. I think we retreat. I mean, this is covered, so let's just go back. Definitely an interesting move. Okay. We take those. And we take those. $1,400. Today was not the easiest. Oh my goodness, we had some people doubting the habits. Fickle minds. But we still managed to make it to 1,400 using only these level 3 habits.